Let me jump in this show. And this show is it's all for love, all right? I mean, I think y'all can kind of put together that, this show's love. I'm not. The foundation is love, man. For real. So, in that context, and with that understanding, I want to share some information with you. I would like to share some information. Of course, this specific information, I'm just going to be straight up. There is no document. There's no document with this show. I've been doing a lot of shows with documents because it seems like people are very interested in that. And that's cool, Most people like to hear it, and then they maybe like to reference what they heard on their own at their own pace. That's great, but there's no document for the show. But it's still love. So 2 must-have wealth-building strategies for 2022. Now, I'm going to preface this with this right here, all right? If you're a long-time listener, if you happen to be a trustee in training here at the foundation, you've heard this before. But the significance of what I'm about to say, I think, is lost every single time I bring this up. And also, the significance of what I say may become more and more apparent every time I say this. So I'm going to say it again, trusting that what I'm about to say and the information I'm about to share with y'all is possibly going to hit different, or it's going to give you a different understanding. Now, listen, some of the hardest things to do are the things you never saw. If you came up in a family and no one really in your family was successful, how do you become successful? If you don't know how to ride a bike and you've never seen anyone ride a bike and you're presented with a bicycle, you'll probably be very, very confused. All of the things that we know how to do, we learn from watching someone else, whether consciously or subconsciously. So these 2 things, wealth-building strategies, that I'm about to break down for you, I'm almost going to guarantee 99% of y'all never saw this in your life. You never saw these strategies used. You never saw the benefits of these strategies. So when we hear things, scenarios, and such, whereby which we are unaware and woefully ignorant of the results, it has no true effect on us. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? If I tell you, man, work hard, get up every day, work hard. Don't kick it. Don't watch sports. Don't go hang out with your girls. Don't go to the club. Don't play stupid games on your phone all day. Don't watch stupid drama TV. Work. Work, 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 work. You ain't never seen no one do that? Working on their own business, working on their own strategy, work, work, work. Do your own work. If you've never seen anyone do that, you're not interested in that, especially if I haven't explained to you the result. If you do what I tell you 9 times out of 10, you're going to be a multimillionaire. Hold on, what? Multimillionaire? You might be interested, but once again, you haven't seen it. So over time, if it takes 9 years to become a millionaire, multimillionaire, around year 5, most people will start to lose interest and start getting distracted with other things. It has to do with what we haven't seen, what we haven't witnessed, what we have not experienced. And we know not the benefits that have yet to be witnessed. Let me tell you something, right? It's going to be up to you to show. Like, you never saw it in your family. I never saw it in my family. That's cool. Is that the excuse to not do it, or is that the reason to get it done? You have two choices. Parents, are your children the reason why you're poor, or are your children the reason why you have money? You have two choices. So you can sit back and say, oh, I don't know. I've never seen this. So I respect him. He's been on high frequency for years. And, his stuff is consistent. I've looked him up. I've looked up the things he said. It seems legit. But I don't know if he thinks he knows what he's talking about every time he opens his mouth. Because who does, really? I get it. Skepticism, I understand. I don't take it personal. Why would I? You don't know me. And even if you did know me, I still wouldn't care. I'm one of those people. Like, whatever, son. Which has helped to insulate me from peer pressure, heavy peer pressure, and social pressure. Peer pressure is the people around you. Social is like, your community, and by and large, the country and state and city that you live in. Social, well, we don't wear that here. Oh, we don't? Y'all don't. I wear it every day. What you talking about? Most people are like, oh, we don't? Okay, I'm sorry. They start apologizing and do all this weird stuff. Look, pick up what I'm putting down. Just because you haven't seen it doesn't mean you can't show it. Doesn't mean you can't experience it and show it and pass it on. Be the example. Quit being scared. So I'm going to share these two wealth building strategies. These are absolutely proven wealth building strategies. 100%. There's no questions about it at all. And there's nothing new. It's not anything I just sat here and figured out because I'm super smart and nobody else is. No, this is not new. I didn't invent this. I didn't discover this. This was taught to me. I was blessed to be in a position to be taught this information, to get my hands on this information, man. I just didn't go quiet with it. I wasn't like, ha, 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 and just war against everybody else's family. Nah, man, I'm all about unification, Blair. Let's unify. Work as a unit. So, you must do it. I don't care. More than likely, these two strategies you've never witnessed. You've never seen the results of these being utilized in your family. Are you going to use that as an excuse to lollygag and not act on the information you're about to hear immediately? And just, get done with that. I know Sot said it, but because you don't know what you're missing. I'm speaking from experience. One of these strategies was told to me, and I waited 2 years to pull the trigger. And when I did pull the trigger, after about 3 months of utilizing the strategy, I realized that the 2 years I played myself and I played my family. I played my private wealth. Left so much money on the table because I hadn't seen it. I hadn't seen the results of the utilization of that strategy. I heard what he said. I comprehended what he said. He put a chart on the projector. It was an Excel spreadsheet. I excel at spreadsheets. I'm very good with numbers. It made complete sense. I believed him. I just didn't do it. And I wasted time, and my estate, my family missed out on money, missed out on wealth that could have been compounded and invested. So learn from my mistake. I didn't see it either. How do you think I'm speaking on this? Because I know. I've been through this. I didn't see it either. It was difficult for me to get past my prejudices. And I lost. And I didn't lose 100%. And of course, I'm not going to sit here and dwell on losses, but I'm the type of person I can win 100 times and lose once, and I'm going to focus on that one loss. And people say celebrate the wins, cool, but I got to learn something because I lost here. The wins, those are expected. I expect to win. I'm going to tell you again, I expect to win. I never expect to lose. So when I do lose, I need to learn something. And yeah, man, 2 years I utilized the strategy, and we lost. My family, we all lost. But it's all good. You can learn from my mistakes and do what I say, not what I do. You know what I'm saying? So, I know you're like, man, so just get into it, man. You're over here talking. I mean, bro, every time y'all tune into the show, I'm talking, player. Must-have wealth building strategies for 2022. And I'll say beyond. Look, let me just jump into it. Number one, life insurance, man. I'm not even playing with you. I'm not even playing. Life insurance. This is what I was talking about. I waited 2 years to pull the trigger. Stupid. I was stupid. Why? Because life insurance has heavy benefits, right? There's two benefits that we focus on when crafting a life insurance policy. Now, I don't sell insurance. So, I got a guy. I don't get any commissions. I think one time the dude sent me a gift card from Macy's or something like that one time. But I don't get no commissions for no life insurance at all. Like full disclosure, I'm just trying to hook y'all up because I understand the power. But two main benefits of the life insurance policies that are structured for private estates. Main benefit number one is there's cash value. Typically, there's a premium. There may be annual premiums. There may be semi-annual premiums every 6 months, quarterly premiums every 4 months, or monthly premiums every 1 month. I think I've even seen bi-weekly premiums twice a month. You got to pay the premium on your insurance policy. It's up to you. You can do. I suggest annually, biannually, or quarterly if you can afford it, because the smaller you break up the payments, like if you go annually, it's going to be cheaper than if you do semi-annually, and if you do semi-annually, it's going to be cheaper if you do it quarterly. Whatever, man. Look, whatever. But here's the deal. These policies have a cash value. Now, there's a particular, look, I'm not an insurance seller. I'm not a tax attorney. I don't give legal advice, tax advice, financial advice, no investment advice, gambling advice. I don't give advice. I don't give relationship advice. But there is a tax benefit for contributions to life insurance policies, which is the write-off. It exists, as far as I know, for individuals as well as trusts and estates. There's banks, BOLI, bank-owned life insurance, BOLI, bank-owned life insurance. A lot of employees, administrative and executive employees, typically not labor employees, but administrative and executive employees have life insurance on them, and the company owns and is the beneficiary of. And I've seen situations where, the company took out life insurance on the employee. The employee died. The wife was trying to get the benefits of the life insurance, and she wasn't the beneficiary on the policy. The company was, and it was a big deal. I think she took him to court. She lost. Life insurance. A tax benefit for contributions to life insurance policies for individuals and trusts and corporations. Now, I'm more familiar with trusts. The heavy benefits are on the side of the trusts and foundations. Cash value, which means once the premium for the life insurance policy is paid, after a certain amount of time, particularly in our situation, about 30 days, about 92% of the premium is available as cash value. So the policy begins to accrue or develop cash value. Now, the cash value can be utilized by the owner of the policy. So, it can be utilized in the form of a loan, typically at around 4%. So, you make the payment, turn around, get the money back in the form of a loan at 4% interest. Pay attention. Y'all might have to download this. Listen to this a couple times. Get the money back in the form of a loan, right? A loan is not income. So you get a deduction on the payment of the policy premium. Then you get you get 90-something% of the money back in the form of a loan. But the loan isn't income, so it's not taxable. And when you pay the loan back to the insurance policy, the trust or individual can write off the interest paid on the loan, which is another write-off or deduction. If you can wrap your head around what I'm saying, you can eventually realize, like, oh my God, right? So imagine getting a deduction for life insurance premium that was returned in the form of a loan anyways, and is not counted as income, and the interest paid on the loan is deductible. See, the wealthy don't give money to their family. They loan it, and 9 times out of 10, it's coming from the cash value of a or multiple life insurance policies that the family estate owns. And typically they want that to be paid back. But if it's not paid back, it is deducted. The amount of the loan outstanding is deducted from the death benefit. Now, that's the second benefit of life insurance. There's a death benefit, which means when you pass away, the insurance company will send a check to the beneficiary of that policy. It could be your wife, it could be your children, it could be your family trust, which is highly recommended. I think it's really dope. And that is the second strategy, wealth building strategy, that is utilized by the wealthy, is life insurance death benefits. Because every time a family member passes, the death benefit grows the wealth of the family. Every time. The wealth of the family increases exponentially each generation as long as these wealth building strategies are implemented and consistently utilized through life insurance, cash value, and death benefit. And it's the only loan where there's no late fees. You're not going to get sued. You know, the only thing, if you don't pay back the loan, you got to pay interest on the loan every year. Depending on how much the loan is, you just got to pay the interest. You don't have to pay back the loan. And like I said, they will deduct the standing amount of the loan from the death benefit. It's an amazing vehicle for wealth building. I would highly suggest, if this in any way sparked your interest, your imagination, or your intellect, we need to talk so I can help you map this out for you and your family. Shoot me an email, admin@welcometothefoundation.com. Let's do a consultation. Consultations are $55 an hour, and most times we go over the hour. There's been times I sat on a consultation for 2.5 hours, 3 hours sometimes. You know, it just depends. It depends. So I would definitely, you know, if it was me, I was looking for me when I was coming into this information. I'm serious. Isn't that crazy? I was looking for me. Back then, I was looking for me right now. Crazy, huh? And look, the second must-have wealth building strategy for 2022. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Look, let me tell y'all something. Look, it's very simple. Very simple. Look, check it out. It's called financial endowments. ENDOWMENT. Financial endowments. Endowment. What is an endowment? An endowment is a gift to the university. I got the University of Texas at Dallas website. Unique tax incentives. Endowed gifts. An endowment gift to the University of Texas at Dallas today provides a brighter picture for our future. When you make a donation to our endowment, you give a gift with both immediate and long-term benefits. Endowment donations are invested. So You make a donation to the university. You can do this for hospitals as well. Hospitals is one of the best ways you can do an endowment is through a hospital. But universities are, heavy as well. So you make a donation to the hospital university. The endowment donation is invested. Hospitals and universities have access to special accounts, like checking accounts or private placement accounts. So they get very, very, very high return on their deposits. And one of the reasons why they get such high return on these types of accounts is because they know that they're not going to withdraw these funds. Like, you're going to make this deposit is going to stay in this account for 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50 years. So with that stability and knowledge that, they're going to have these funds for a long, long time, they offer large benefits as far as interest being paid on the deposit. So you make the donation to the hospital or university, they take it and they invest it. The annual income from the investment will be used in accordance to the Regent's rules and regulations and according to the terms of the donor's endowment agreement with the University of Texas, Dallas. The endowment income will ensure indefinite support. I'm going to read a little bit more. An example of how it works. Longtime supporters Susan and Charlie have two goals. First, they want to make sure UT Dallas continues to receive support after they're gone. Second, they want to memorialize Charlie's parents, Mr. and Mrs. Jones. Susan and Charlie make a $25,000 donation to UT Dallas, which we invest in each year. A portion of the income from the invested money will be used to support our mission in honor of the Joneses. Plus, Susan and Charlie qualify for a federal income tax charitable deduction on their taxes. Oh, yeah, by the way, when you make a donation, when you set up a private endowment, when you set up an endowment, I'm not going to necessarily say private, but when you set up an endowment with a hospital or university, it is considered a tax deductible donation. The funds are invested, and what they don't say is not only is it an option for them to take, they say each year a portion of the income from the invested money will be used to support our mission in honor of the Joneses. One of the main options that wealthy families do is that portion of income from the invested money that in this situation is used to support the mission in honor of the Joneses. That portion of income is paid to the family trust, in a lot of situations, the family foundation. And only trusts and public charities and private family foundations can set up these types of accounts, these endowment accounts, in this manner and utilize it in the way in which I'm describing. Now, what they do is they take the money that you donate, they invest it, and they split the interest with the hospital or university and with the family. So it's a family foundation or a family trust. The interest that's being paid every year on the deposit is going to be split in some manner with the family. Depending on how much the donation was, there's going to be higher power and negotiation on that split. But typically you're going to hear 4%, 5%, 6% annual return on that investment for life of the foundation or the trust, and they never die. That's why you go and do this with these types of structures, because they never die, and they want the deposit to stay there so they can get that high level of interest. Real quick, we got about 30 seconds left in the broadcast. If you're checking out the show online, you want to call in. The call-in number is 563-999-3625. I will go over as I always do, but unless you are called in, you will miss it, and we'll have to check it out in the archivities. So, yeah, I mean, think of it in this example. The Board of Trustees of the Family Trust resolved that a financial endowment will be set up with the University of Texas, and that a donation of $25,000 is to be made to the University of Texas to the endowment program. In that endowment, we sit down and negotiate the contract with the university. And this is known as a donor's endowment agreement, typically. But in that contract, we will negotiate the interest that's to be paid to the family trust. We also get to determine how the university or hospital most times uses the funds that they receive off the interest. Can it be for the football team? Can it be to assist in, the expansion of the university library? It can be used or earmarked for a specific curriculum to be taught in the school, in the university. We just cannot say it's only for white people or it's only for, you can't discriminate against anyone else with the endowment program. It has to be, it has to be inclusive. But other than that, we have direction, which a lot of these families use these endowments not only to generate income, but to perpetuate their family name, to garner familial pride and attachment. When you're riding around town or riding around the city and your last name is on a lot of things, and you know that last name is not just in common, it's not just, oh, that's a common name. And no. You know that's your family, your actual family name that you're seeing. It fosters a sense of pride, a sense of familial bonding. Those types of families are very, very tight. They do business together. They do investments together. They travel together. They do vacations together. And it's a luxurious thing. So I want you to write this down. Life insurance, whole, WHOLE, whole life insurance. People say, all these, I don't understand it. I understand what works, and it's whole life insurance policies that set up through brokerage accounts. Beyond that, I don't know. You got to talk to the guy. I'll send you his number for free. I don't know. Like I said, I don't get commissions either. He set me up. Everything was luxurious. I just want to make sure y'all are good. And the foundation, high frequency, we need not a single bad review. And that's why, that's why we share this information with y'all, We want y'all to know. Both strategies are dependent, like I said, on trust. Life insurance may be utilized individually, but tax benefits are outsized with trust integration. If you're interested in trust deed training here at the foundation, I highly encourage you to shoot me an email, admin@welcometothefoundation.com. Once again, admin@welcometothefoundation.com. It's one of the best things that you can do for you and your family. Trust me, I did it. And it's one of those things that you got to have to live it to understand it, If you have an inkling, if you are on the fence, if you have a feeling or some sort of deep-rooted, energetic state that you don't really understand, that vibratorily has you attracted to the foundation, attracted to High Frequency Radio Network, to USFL or whatever, you better act on it. This might not be about you, and I'm telling you, I can almost guarantee that it's not about you. That we are being called to set these things up for the next generations, because what will come after us is going to be luxuriously marvelous. But that's just me. I could be certifiably insane, like straight up cuckoo. Straight up. Just blah, blah, out of here. Just, drinking toothpaste and washing my back with Kool-Aid powder. I could be straight up insane. That's up for you to determine. For real. But I am adamant when I say that one of the best things you could do is set up your private estate to learn this trust administration. It's going to put you head and shoulders above so many people on this planet, including people with degrees and masters and all this other stuff. It's an amazing journey, and I invite you to partake in it. So shoot me an email, admin@welcometothefoundation.com. If you have any questions, you want some specific follow-up on life insurance or financial endowments, the 2 must-have wealth-building strategies for 2021, shoot me an email. If it's not too wordy, if I can pop it off in a couple seconds or a minute or so, I will respond to you. If not, if it's something more significant or in-depth, I highly suggest you book a consultation. I guarantee you're going to get your $55 worth. I've had no complaints. I really haven't. I had one guy who charged back the bread, but it worked out because PayPal was like, nuh-uh. And now, you can use PayPal, you can use different, payment providers. It's all good. That was a while ago, by the way. But that's it. That's, the 2 must-have wealth-building strategies for 2022. And I trust that you heard what I've said. You heard what I said. For real. You heard me when I said that even though we didn't see this, that it's still necessary and we can show it. That you heard me when I said that I really heavily regret not pulling the trigger on life insurance when I first learned about it, and how it advances and adds to multi-generational wealth of families, and how financial endowments work and how you can get those set up. And a lot of times as little as $25,000, in some situations $10,000, and people will say, "Hey, Sot, I ain't got $10,000." Dude, just pay the life insurance policy, and when the cash value equals $10,000, take out a loan and go create an endowment. I feel that's one of the best ways you can invest money is in financial endowments and life insurance policies. There's people who have lots of life insurance policies. There's a lot of rich people, trust fund babies. I went to school with a lot of trust fund kids. They get their money at 18 and 21. More often than not, that's cash value being released to them from their life insurance policies that's been in effect since like 4 days after they were born. You think I'm playing? You do your own investigation, do your own research. Don't believe me. Don't believe me. Look, I said I could be straight up crazy. I could be crazy. Cool. Or an agent. I could be an agent. Planted. A planted agent from the whatever 3-letter. Man, I'm not even going to finish saying that because I just felt disgusting saying that. There's no way I'd be an agent. You got me messed up, sir. Sir, no, sir. Sir, no, sir, sir, no. But look, I could be out of here though. I could be. I think by now it would have come to light, right? Been on High Frequency Radio Network since 2016. The foundation has been rocking since 2017. We're coming up on 6 years. So all of 2017, that's 1 year. 2018, that's 2. 2019, that's 3. 2020, that's 4. 2021 is 5. 5 years of the foundation. 6 years on High Frequency Radio Network. I think it would have came out by now. Like, y'all didn't know 3 years ago it came out that dude Sot was crazy. He'd be over there chewing on cat fur and eating down pillows like turnbuckles back in the day in wrestling. We found him. Running around in his drawers and his Jordans, chirping. I think it would have came out by now. Like, we would have figured out, like, so you nuts, man. We learned that. We learned you was nuts back in 2019, player. I think it came to light now. But hey, man, I could be one of the most luxuriously marvelous, wonderful actors that ever walked the face of this planet. That ever graced your earwaves, player. Look, you understand what it takes for these sound waves to travel. I'm just playing. Look. I mean, if you smiled, if I made you smile, if you laughed, I want you to sign up for the email list. If you smiled, I want you to go to the YouTube page, find one of the Foundation episodes, just listen to it, and like and comment, man. Like, comment, and subscribe. Smash the like button. I'm just playing. If I made you laugh, just sign up for the email list, player. Welcome to thefoundation.com. If I made you smile, you're lucky. Because ain't nothing funny, man. All right, let me quit clowning. I trust y'all learned something from this episode. I'm not playing with you. I'm really, this is some real expensive insider 1% information, and not even the information. Like, I broke down the strategy. I broke down how it works. And, of course, it could get way more intricate. And that's fine. But we're going to have to do that one-on-one. And if there's any trustees listening to this episode, if you ain't got life insurance, minimum. If you ain't got life insurance, minimum, shame on you. Shame on you. You dishonor your house. You dishonor your garage. You dishonor your last name. You dishonor your great-grandmother's middle name. Let me quit playing, because maybe you was real close to your great-grandmother and her middle name is your name, so I just disrespected you personally. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm very sorry. But you ought to be ashamed of yourself. If you're an OG trustee, you have life insurance with your family trusted the minimum, man, go look at yourself in the mirror. Then close your eyes and turn off the lights and say, Kenny, man. All right, look, let me end this show. I'm in a different mood, y'all. I appreciate y'all. I really do. Appreciate all the trustees. OG, I'm just playing with y'all, man. You know y'all my fam. Y'all my fam. Don't even worry about it. Just get the information. And I have no problem with get the information and go. Bounce. I've had people I didn't even know that have been influenced by Sot and the Foundation. I was doing Clubhouse for a second. And we coming back. Matter of fact, you have my word that this coming Tuesday, which is January 4th, 2022, we will be on Let's Talk Tuesday. I got to figure out a topic. If you have a suggestion, please email me topics for Clubhouse if you're into it. Future people listening to this, Clubhouse is an app that we used to use to talk to people and mostly just complain and be angry and miserable and talk about other people. But then there were some other, quote, rooms that were dope, but more than likely it doesn't exist in the future, or, Meta or Facebook bought it and stripped it and it no longer works. But future people, that's what Clubhouse was. That's what it was. Present people, we're gonna jump back on that, John. I can't guarantee it's gonna be every Tuesday. I can't, because one of my biggest things is if I have to get on Clubhouse and be the only one talking, it's called Let's Talk Tuesdays, not I am going to talk Tuesdays. What it did is it turned into another show. Like, I'm not going to sit here and do a show on Tuesday on Clubhouse and do a show on Wednesday, on the internet. I'm not going to do it. So I'm down to have it as an avenue so we can have dialogue, we can have conversation. I'm down, and we could talk about stuff that I don't talk about on the show. I don't care, but it's not going to be a situation where y'all just sitting there, ain't nobody saying nothing, ain't nobody raising their hand, and someone raised their hand, and they come up and they're like, oh, I'm sorry, that was an accident, but I appreciate what you're doing. I appreciate that you appreciate it, but in this specific, venue, we're looking for a let's talk type of scenario. So you have my word. January 4th, 2022, we will re-implement Let's Talk Tuesdays. We back in the house, baby. I don't know, you might not care. You might be like, who cares? Sot. You stupid. Go wash your back with some Kool-Aid. And to that I would say, whatever, man, you ain't got to join. You ain't got to rock with us. It's cool, player. It's cool. But yeah, going to the clubhouse, you know, I don't really like to take callers on the show too much, but, you know, clubhouse would be more of a laid-back type of situation. So we'll try it again. If it works out, it's going to stay consistent. If not, this will be the last time you'll really catch me on clubhouse. Y'all got me on this platform. Y'all just kept hitting me and telling me about club. So many people told me to get on Clubhouse, and then I'm on Clubhouse. Y'all silent? You need a silent treatment, player? That ain't cool, man. That ain't cool. All jokes aside, though, I trust that y'all picked up what I'm putting down. This information is legit. It's 100%. It's something that I'm, you know, actionable. It's something being utilized. It's a beautiful thing to know that you've created, even if it's $400 a year. It's a beautiful thing knowing that you've created income, perpetual income for your private estate by setting up a family trust and financial endowment. You know, even if it's $400, because once you establish an endowment, once you get it open, you can add money to it whenever you want. So the payment, the interest, if you just keep adding to it, the payment becomes larger and larger. And this is what wealthy families do. They get enough money into permanent industries so that what they're receiving off that investment is equal or greater than what their business is earning. And it's called, most people say, separating their private wealth from their business wealth. I say you're just really going private and privatizing your wealth. But permanent industries. And one of the ways to get your money in permanent industries, education is a permanent industry, healthcare is a permanent industry, banking is a permanent industry, right? Investing is a permanent industry. Investing isn't going anywhere. There's always going to be people looking for money, looking for investments, looking for places to put their money to get more money. There's always going to be people who don't have money but have an idea that they just know is going to make it rock. There's always going to be people that need to be educated. There's always going to be people that need health care. There's always going to be people that need banks somehow or some sort of banking structure. These are what is known as permanent industries. And one of the ways to get into a permanent industry, the easiest way is through setting up financial endowments. And think about it. If you, in your generation, set up a financial endowment, let's say it's only one with one university, you guys get it set up. And you contribute to it over your life. You know, the board of trustees, you contribute to this endowment whenever the family trust can afford it, right? And then we resign as trustees because we're getting old. The new generation, our successors come on, they take over, and they continue the policy of adding to the financial endowment at the trust's convenience. Now, over multiple generations, really over a couple decades, that interest payment from that endowment is going to become significant. And that endowments is just one method. Life insurance policies is just one method. There are more than these methods of wealth building privately, but they are heavily predicated on private structures, y'all. Private family trusts, private family foundations. I mean, you can do an endowment with a public charity, but hey, it's going to be governed by legislation, not by private contract indenture that's protected by the Constitution. It's up to you. I trust you picked up what I'm putting down. It's an amazing, marvelous thing, this private life. It's a lifestyle. It is a lifestyle. It's something that you do every day versus what you used to do every day. It takes commitment. It takes consistency. It takes dedication. It takes accountability. You need to be accountable. I messed that up. Yep, I could have did that better. I should have did that better. Next time I'm going to do that better. If you never make a mistake in your life, good luck trying to be a trustee. If no one can ever convince you that you could have did something better or that you messed up or, that if good luck. You are better off being an employee. But if you're checking out this show, you're probably prime trustee material. You're probably prime for reestablishing your private estate for your family. And if that's you, admin at Welcome to the Foundation, I look forward to meeting you, and I look forward to serving you and your family. So that's it. So I'll take a call. I think I got, it depends. You know what? It depends. And I'm not going to tell you what I'm doing, but I'm doing something, and depending on the outcome of this, I may or may not take this call. Okay, I'm going to take the call. What I was doing was, I'm not even going to tell you what I was doing. It's private. I'm under non-disclosure. 205-4147. Area code. My mellow, my man. Peace. What's going on, fam?
Yes, indeed. You know what it is. Give thanks. It's another brick in the foundation. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy. It's your brother. You know what I'm saying? You're confident. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you're your ace boom coon. You know what I'm saying? And you're also wink trusty and training. You know what I'm saying? I should say. Hey, it's your man Mello, man, reporting live. You know what I'm saying? From Clinton, Alabama. I just want to give thanks. You know what I'm saying? Because, bro, you just dropped a jewel. And, it was just like 1, 2, 3. And, of course, there are some specifics and technicals, but at the same time, how more blatantly can you get in just doing that? I mean, it is what it is right now. I mean, true hustlers, true go-getters, true check writers, true creators, true kings, true gods, true whatever you are to getting it. You should know the value of that particular information right now that spilled out my man's palate. Like right now, just be honest with you, straight up and down. I'm just being honest. And it's just so beautiful because, I had time to go take and get notes, but at the same time, I just got like, oh man, it's just kind of like, it just dawns on you. It's a no-brainer, as they say. Some of these things just come to you, especially when you're the passion and the drive and the intelligence for you and the knack for you to learn is within this. So, like my man said, if this clings to you, if this is resonating, if this is vibrating with your vibrational cosmic pitch or whatever has gravitated you to here, this is for you. Go to the website. Check out those PDFs. Check out that news. It's very informative. Do that. This is another brick in the foundation. You know what I'm saying? Which builds for a nation. So no doubt. I just want to give thanks. It's been a minute. But we here, you know what I'm saying? Peace to all the trustees out there that's listening. You know what I'm saying? Well, my man, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, no doubt we in here. With that being said, just want to give thanks to the big brother, to the uncle, you know what I'm saying, that we never had Yusuf. And also the brother, the speaker, the seeker, you know what I'm saying, the creator as well of all truths. You know what I'm saying? That's coming to spell. So I just want to give thanks, man. And with that being said, hey, brother, thank you. Thank you once again. So, yeah, how's the universe treating you and yours, though?
Oh, man, luxuriously marvelous.
Indeed.
I appreciate it, man. The worst part of my days usually be if I like stub my toe or if I accidentally spill water on my lap or something. I can't complain, and
right.
I attribute it to not only maybe I got lucky in certain situations, but I worked really hard.
True.
And I tell people a lot of times that you got to decide. You have to make a decision. You have to make an actual decision in your mind, and sometimes you got to say it out loud, and it works. You have to make a decision. Here's what I did. I made a decision. I sat down in a semi-meditative state, and I said out loud, I have been through enough negative situations. I've been played enough. I've been lied to enough. I've been stolen from enough. I've paid my negative dues. And from today forward, It's time for me to reap the benefit of me paying those dues. And you make that choice and say that every day, your life will change. And then you'll be saying to me, like, yeah, the worst thing today happened is I was making coffee and spilled some water on my lap on accident. It was crazy. It was cold.
Right.
You know,
right.
There's people that aren't eating. There's people, you know, that are worried about their family. There's a lot of stuff going on these days, man. I'm so thankful. I'm so absolutely thankful. And I'm gonna be honest. I've had people pass lately, and most of the people that's been passing, they ain't been living right, man. And it's not for me to judge, but it's for me to observe. You know what I'm saying? Like, they, you know, either it was mentally, or, you know, they diet, or their health, or, you know, they behavior, or something. You know, it's just, you know, a lot of incongruencies are being sorted out right now. You know, we going through, y'all. If you have spiritual eyes at all, most people who can see spirit have their eyes slammed shut right now, man. This stuff it's real what we're going through right now. It's real. Wow. People don't want it, man. The spiritual people, like the seers and stuff, they're like, man, it's too much. I'm overwhelmed. You know, I'm focused on keeping my sanity right now.
That's right.
And I'm like, wow. I'm over here living luxurious.
Wow.
You know, and it's people is falling apart. The things are going. It's crazy. You know, it's the yin and yang. It's never in my life been so blatantly yin or yang for me than it has been recently in the last like 2 years, man. If the separation is absolutely obvious, and it's far. It's not like, you know, North Korea and South Korea, they got a demilitarized zone. So it's a certain amount of area in between each one of their countries where, hey, it's a no-man's zone. And I feel like there's a no-man's zone on the yin and yang that's getting bigger and bigger. You're either on this side or that side. There's really no more in between anymore. And the in-betweeners are suffering, man. They're suffering right now. Those on the fence are getting attacked from both sides. And I'll just give thanks, man, for, you know, for brothers like you whom, not are on the up, on the way up, you know, and that are experiencing bounty and being thankful, because the opposite side of that is, it's some real looking stuff, man. So I'm very happy and pleased to hear that you're doing well, man, and it's wonderful that you're finally in the training, man.
Yes,
it's wonderful. That's a beautiful thing.
Indeed. I felt like you said, though, I know that, but then knowing, man, like, I'm gonna be real, like you said, man, you hit it on the head, man. Like when you was back when you was doing the numbers, you was crunching, and you know what I'm saying, you was checking and, you know, cross-referencing things. You was like, okay, it is what it is, but you just didn't make a move. And man, I so feel that shit. Like, I mean, I may not, to be honest with you, I may not like crunch and did the numbers and got that particular part, but as well. But just knowing what I know and going back on, man, let me tell the people who listening how real this shit is. Forgive me right now. This how real it is.
Hey, the floor is yours, man.
So I have so many notes from when shows was done with Yusuf L, okay, when he was going in pure, raw, and uncut, and he was saying, listen, I hope y'all taping these shows. I hope y'all jotting it down, doing whatever, because he said a lot of this will not be in the archive. It will not be said again, and y'all going to have to pay for majority of the rest to get it, and, you know what I mean, different ways to obtain it. Man, when he said that, man, I have raw, steno, the little law notepad in my file, you know what I mean, my little box, you know what I'm saying, tucked away, and they all like just powerful highlighters. What to do? 1, 2, 3 on the LLC. How they go? What you do this, man? I'm talking about the proper forms. Like, man, it's so much of that information that I appreciate. That's so valuable to me, man. Because I'm glad that and it's another live too that I'm gonna tell you about. It's called Bingo Live, I'm a host on there too, so but I ain't been on there in a minute. But here's the ordeal. And besides that, knowing the value of that information that was disseminated in the past, man, it's priceless. It is so priceless, and I have that. And then to come along with the trail, Yusuf. Many people don't know, man. Yusuf is the reason why me and you are definitely connected. He sent me your way. He said, man, I got somebody for you. He said, matter of fact, I got 2 guys for you. I said, okay. Gave me the number of persons. I said, man, check them out. I said, okay. Talking personally to you, like, okay, check them out. Like, okay. Like, all right, like, okay, nephew, all right, got, like, appreciate it. Got you, all right. Man, tuned in. And ever since then, I put my brother on it. My brother created the LLC. Me and my brother tuned in late at night. Man, we started the nonprofit. We started to do business, conduct business with the city, did business with the mayor, showing people how to grow and cultivate hundreds of acres of land. Man, did maneuvers. Man, I went to a class. I went to a school, an elementary school, full of little white children. And me and my brother who created the nonprofit, Former Seed Families, we went and did a 30 to 45, probably no longer than 60-minute demonstration on how to germinate a damn seed, and cultivate it, and man, got over $1,000 right there, donated to the nonprofit instantly to us. I'm just saying, like, these vehicles are real, but how you maneuver in them and what do you know to how to maneuver with them and what they can do is on you guys. It's real, man. So I'm waiting, and I'm yearning to get off into the LLC side. You know what I'm saying? So, but my thing is, I want to get my products in order and get my services together, so that way when it comes, all I want for most people to do is just press a button at your assistance. But yes, indeed, though, man, just to give thanks, though, the value of information. I mean, people who are listening right now, I'm just reminiscing because, you know, I give thanks for the brother Sot. And I give thanks for the other brother, too, you know what I'm saying, that came aboard. They like on some dynamic duo type thing. It's powerful. You know what I'm saying? So I just give thanks, though, bro. And, yeah, man, don't sleep on the information, though, y'all. If you're feeling it, man, do it. Your spirit talking to you, listen, act on it, really, because you're going to regret it if you don't. And I'm telling you this because in a sense, I haven't regretted, but I should have acted a little bit more so. When we created that nonprofit, I should have kept going. I should have created my family trust. I should have kept going. But I had some family issues. I had some people who was kind of lacked faith in the ability to do this thing. And, you know, I kind of got jaded by it.
I'm glad you said that, man.
Yeah.
And you know, people be like, not to cut you off. That's exactly what I did. I cut you off, and I apologize, brother. But I'm glad you said that because it's been a while since I said this. You come into this information, you start applying this information, you're going to be tested, hands down. You're going to be tested in your relationship. It's going to be at your job. It's going to be financially. It's going to be familiar. It's going to be family. It's going to be something. There's going to be something that arises in your life that is going to threaten your attention and dedication to you getting this information. And that's when you have to make a choice. I'm telling you, there's not one trustee that's been through training that has become successful in any way that hasn't been through that didn't go through a test. And I thought it was just me, but when I started training and educating trust administration, I saw that it's a theme. These are themes. You go in the Bible, and you know, Jesus had to face some tests, and you know, the devil was testing him, and you know, get behind me, devil, whatever, man. You know, there's tests. Even in video games, you know, the bosses get harder, but the rewards get larger. And I think there's something to be said about, you know, coming into this information, getting access to the information, and right when you get access, something goes crazy in your life. And to be aware of what that is, and, hey, man, I'm being tested. Not to lose faith, not to get distracted, to stay diligent, and to keep going. Because like I said earlier in the episode, if you weren't shown success, you don't really know what it is. You don't know what it takes to get there. Right. You know, and a lot of people give up on their dreams a yard from the goal line. Why? because they never knew, no one ever showed them, or they never saw where the goal line was. So you're just heading forward and forward and forward, and we have no experience or knowledge to know where the markers are.
Right.
You know? So I would just say, you know, everybody, you're going to get tested. Bro, you just got into training recently, you're going to get tested. If you're not being tested right now, you will be. Trust me. And it's important to keep going. It's important to, you know, stay dedicated. It's important to stick with it long enough to receive your blessings. Period.
Indeed. Powerful, man. Just powerful. Gonna be some sweat, blood, and tears, but hey, the love for it, and it's priceless. This is creating something that'll never die, and it's bulletproof. If ran properly, and if ran and administrated properly, it is bulletproof, and it is eternal. That's what's powerful about this.
The sweat is the work that I put into it. The tears is of those who miss me because I'm working. And the blood is of those who come in my way and try to stop me.
Indeed. Sweat, blood, man. The universe is real. It's showing you already that you're gonna have to put something in. If you're gonna obtain something and acquire something, you're always gonna have to give something up. You want to give something up, you got to give it up. You want to get to where you're going, you got to give up some time and space and open the doors and create those avenues and ways to get there, to maneuver. You got to give it up. So I think that's the biggest question for a lot of us here. What are you willing to give up to create something that can be passed on generational? Alleviate debt, alleviate disease, alleviate stress, alleviate a lot of shit, man. What are we willing to give up? I ask myself that often. And when I do things, I recognize that the sacrifices, man, look, it's nothing, man. So what? I didn't have what I had to eat the other day. I bet I ate, though. And I will eat. So, yeah, I'm willing. I'm definitely willing. I just want to see those and others prosper as well. And that's one of my biggest things, man, to see everybody, to see those prosper. So, with that being said, so it's powerful. Powerful. And I'm going to start hitting you up too, bro. You know what I'm saying? On the back end, you know what I'm saying? On the other sector. Start hitting you up on the other side, man. It's just in this matrix, it's a matrix within a matrix out here, you do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
I be chilling, you know what I'm saying, contemplating, jotting down on something, and then go into something else, or something else unexpectedly takes my, attention span. So it's all good, though. But, yeah, we know what it is. But with that being said, like we always say, man, hey, it's another brick in the foundation. I'm thankful. I give thanks. Give thanks to the universe, the creators, the forefathers, the foremothers, the forerunners, all those amongst us, and everybody that's listening right now, man. You dig? Special moments, always a special moment. When we could break away and do this and create, peace is not given like that. It's created. Anyone can go somewhere peaceful and just lie, but you got to create a spot where you can be able to have some peace. Hey, you want to lie down, you can go up on the bridge or where the freeway and the trains is where it's noisy as hell and probably nobody bother you, but it's noisy as hell. But if you want a peaceful spot, you have to create that. So, no doubt, we thankful. We thankful. With that being said, I'm going to hit you up, man. Peace to everybody out there. You know what I'm saying? Can get ready to prepare this and finish this evening out.
All right, man. Appreciate you calling in, man. I'll talk to you soon.
Indeed.
And be easy.
Indeed.
Be safe, man.
Indeed. Peace.
Love. Peace. Always a pleasure to hear from one of the OGs from way back in the day remembers when I was on High Frequency co-hosting. That was a while ago, man. This time flies, man. When did I get old? That should be the theme. When did I get old? And when I do get old, do I appreciate and respect the choices that I made while I was young, while I was capable, while I had time, even though I thought I didn't have time, and swore up and down I didn't have time? Am I content with what I did or didn't do? I think that's the name of it, right? And I think one of the most important things that you can do is for you and your family. Set up your private estate. Set up your private family trust. Establish that checking account for the family trust, at a financial institution. And then, establish life insurance policies on trustees and beneficiaries, and set up a private endowment, a financial endowment with your private family trust and, a public hospital or university. You can call any hospital or university and say, hey, I'm a trustee of, and just say the name of a trust. We're looking to set up an endowment. We would like more information. Can you connect me with the person who handles that? Oh, you'd be amazed at how fast they'll connect you to the donor department. You might get someone live, but if you don't, leave a message. Tell them, hey, I'm a trustee of the, family trust, looking to set up an endowment, just looking for more information. Give me a call back. Leave your number and see how fast you get a call back. See how nice they are to you. See how accommodating they are to you. See how well you're treated. As I said, it's a lifestyle. We grow accustomed to certain circumstances. We acquire certain tastes and levels of what most would consider luxury. This is a lifestyle. If you're ready to take your first step to establishing your private estate and expanding your private wealth, shoot me an email, admin@welcometothefoundation.com, just how it sounds. Maybe you want to book a consultation. If you send me a half a chapter in the email, man, come on, man. You think I'm gonna respond to that? I ain't got time. I got clients that, they take priority, So just book a consultation. I recommend just book a consultation. You got $55. Quit playing. And let's get you started. And with that being said, I trust that you enjoy this episode of The Foundation. 2 must-have wealth building strategies for 2022. I think it's important. Hey, you got about a week left. Less than that. It's a couple of days left in 2021. Are you happy with your results? Did you accomplish the things that you set out to accomplish? Are you in the situation that's most optimal for you? Are you happy? If not, let's get to work. Let me help you. admin@welcometothefoundation.com. This includes setting up your LLC, your corporate structure, setting and establishing business credit, tier 1, tier 2, private trust, family trust, asset trust, business trust, private family foundations, all of these things, we can help you with here at The Foundation. admin@welcometothefoundation.com. I appreciate y'all. Y'all enjoy yourself. Take care of yourself. Make sure you say 10 things that you're thankful for before you go to sleep tonight. And every night, as it is very important, believe in yourself. Begin to do the things that you know and desire to do and become your best self. Believe, begin, become. That's how it works. If you believe, then you can achieve. Mentalism. It's come on. 10 things that you're thankful for before you go to sleep. Learn how to be thankful. Let's talk and focus on the things that we love and appreciate. Let's stop talking and focusing on the things that we don't love. And don't run away and don't run away. You know, we got to address it. Like, hey, I didn't like how you said that. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I won't do it again. Okay, thank you. And blah, blah, blah. Give me a hug. Okay, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's over. But, you know, we've been conditioned with drama TV and reality TV and, you know, just hope, you know, that life is drama, and it doesn't have to be. It's much, much, much more fulfilling and luxurious when you heavily limit the drama and toxicity. But in order to do that, we must focus first on ourselves, because we attract to us what we are. We attract the vibration that we put out. Accountability. So focus on what we're thankful for. Of course, work on the things that we don't like, but don't focus on them. Focus on it to create a plan of action to fix it, and then work the plan. Focus on the plan. Don't focus on the problem. Focus on the problem just long enough to make the plan, and then focus on the plan. And then focus on the results of the plan, which is going to be positive. 10 things that you're thankful for and thankful of before you go to sleep tonight and every night. It is important. It'll change your life if you start being appreciative more than you aren't. Absolutely change your life. Try something different. You've been doing the same thing this whole time. Are you happy with the results? If not, man, do something different. Do it. Quit playing. Come on now. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I want the best for y'all. I want to see you laughing and run around the fountain, playing in the water with your bare feet. I want to see you enjoying yourself. But happiness comes from within, not from without. Ain't nobody going to make you happy if you're not happy already. Money ain't going to make you happy if you're not happy already. Cars, clothes, women, men, love, children, pets, gerbils, monkeys, Ashy Larry. If you're not happy already, it's not going to make you happy. Focus on your internal, yourself, your mood, man, and watch the world just start to blossom around you. I say that in love. Y'all enjoy yourself. Take care of yourself. What am I going to say? 10 things you're thankful for before you go to sleep tonight and every night, and I'll catch you next week. Here at the same spot, the hottest radio network on the planet. That is, of course, High Frequency Radio Network. I'm your host, Sot L, S-O-T-L, that seeker of truth, L. Then I turn around and speak of the truth, L. And it has been a pleasure to invest this time with you today. And I will catch you next time on the hottest radio network on the planet, High Frequency Radio Network. Y'all enjoy yourself. Take care of yourself. And peace to the gods.
Doing this thing all the way live. High Frequency Radio.